Alright, got ourselves a warrior. I think they tend to be control warrior nowadays. Probably don't need a vicious scale hide against control warrior. Animal companion into Shaw seems decent. Could go for a 2-drop or a combo piece instead of the animal companion, planning to coin out this guy. Let's do that. Alright, I do think I'd rather have tracking and plated beetle than animal companion. And it looks like he's not control warrior. But I don't think I need to coin out the beetle. Deathstalker Rexar 100% of the time. Alright, he's off to a strong start. But in theory, my plated beetle kills all 3 of those. Damn, he's got the wasp. I could unleash to kill a 4-1. Probably just scale hide into it. Scale hide shouldn't be very good in this matchup. And I don't really want to burn my coin. I might even want to coin out Rexar in this matchup. Probably can just play Shaw into that. Shaw's nice and big. Contests it. Maybe forces out a Blood Razor or something here. Frothing Woodcutters was probably about as good as he could have had. Maybe Militia Commander would have been better than Frothing. Man, where's my Scaleworm when I need it? Well, I guess I'm just gonna play a 5-mana 3/7. Nothing died this turn, so it doesn't get the poisonous. But if it hits Frothing Berserker, Frothing dies to the Deathstalker Rexar Battlecry. And at 7 health, it seems pretty likely that'll happen. Looks like not, though. So this Frothing Berserker is gonna hurt. Okay, I think I want to go Unleash Scaleworm here. Do some of this. Am I trading with these 3, or do I want to leave them up? Probably a pretty good chance he makes these trades. And then I can definitely go Rexar to kill these, but I'm not sure how good Rexar will be next turn. What am I doing if I'm not playing Rexar, though? Tol'vir Warden? I feel like Rexar is just my best play next turn. So he can make these trades. He can have a Whirlwind effect to kill these, like a Blood Razor. But then it still puts this guy in Rexar range, so it's fine. Wow, Leroy. Easy Deathstalker Rexar. Man, playing Leroy there seems silly. But I guess it depends what's in his deck and what's in his hand. I even picked up the Scaleworm that turn to deal with a Darius Crowley. He top decked. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a useful card here. Probably just Hero Power along with it. I can Hero Power and Beetle along with it, so that seems like the way to go. Wonder if he's actually considering playing this card for 1 mana. I guess not. Probably don't want a Bittertide Hydra against a Whirlwind deck that's trying to kill me. So we'll just go cheap with the Emerald Reaver. Take a 6-mana Assassinate. Or do I want to Taunt? The deck probably has a pretty good amount of weapons, so a Taunt could be useful. Is he going to be playing anything big that needs to be assassinated? I've seen Darius already, obviously. This guy has enough power to deal with a Frothing Berserker. Rom, maybe? Rotface? I think I'll take the Skitterer, because it's easier to find a Taunt off of Rexar than it is to find an Assassinate. And like, if he just plays... Okay, Lich King. I was gonna say, if he just plays like a Frothing, this thing can kill the Frothing and then just still be a 3/2, which is pretty nice. let's go hero power and assassinate his guy. Scaleworm is definitely good. Tundra Rhino's good. Let's go Scaleworm. This would be a 6/5 Scaleworm, or I could give it poisonous just to be safe. So what does 6/5 not kill? Grom, basically? Exactly Gromish? I think that's fine. Do I ever play this here instead of the Assassinate guy? I wasn't really planning on doing that. If I was, maybe I should have gone something bigger. Alright, I guess this actually is better here. I don't really want to take the 8 face damage. This is a deck that's trying to kill me. I don't want to die to Grom. Alright, that's not too bad for me. That's kind of bad for me. If I play this guy, there's a 2 in 3 chance I hit Stonetusk Boar. Then I could like weapon in here, but the boars don't really seem that good. So I guess I kind of have to play this guy here. Bow into Kor'kron, I go down to 11. This guy kills here. He only needs 8 damage to kill me, so if he has an activator for a Gromish, I die. But I don't think there's much I can do about that unless I hit something good here. This guy can get Taunt. Lifesteal, 5 mana. It's big enough to kill Kor'kron. Wind Fury. That's some good shit. Alright, we're healing. Damn, what the hell is this? Like Blood Razor, maybe? Not too many cards make sense there. Let's go Boar, Dire Frenzy, and then Tol'vir Warden. See if we can hit a couple of these boars. Nice, I hit 2 of them. Let's clear his board. I have Emirates double boar, but it seems like the Emirates might just not be necessary, which is unfortunate. I wanted that combo to happen. Okay, Execute makes sense for that card. Battle Rage, probably the wrong order. Because surely you would play Grom there if you drew into it instead of Execute. I would think, at least. Alright, so this is 8 damage, 11. Dude, it's Emirates time. I'm not dead to Grom, so I don't need to fish for a Zombeast. 1 mana 8/8s. Have something good here. Have like Execute for my 8/8, so these are actually relevant.
Your magic shall not save.
Alright, so he's at 21, I have 11. Okay, if we didn't get the buff on these guys, it wouldn't have been lethal. Relevant boar damage. Sick.
The forest fights back.
Let the hunt begin.
I have a lot of good cards in this hand. Scalehide's probably not good against Druid. Shaw is like my best turn 3 or 4 play in the deck. Tol'vir Warden does combo with the Dire Frenzy, but I don't have any 1-drops currently. I think I'm just going to keep all this stuff, though. Seems good for my overall game plan. And I have 4 1-drops I can draw in 2 to buff, and then pull off the Tol'vir Warden. Hey, there's the boar. Okay. We just have to hope we don't draw dire moles off our Tol'vir Warden. Ooh, he's a Spiteful Druid. I mean, that is probably better for me overall, actually. Especially if I can coin this guy out. Threaten some rushing. Although I don't really have anything to rush in my hand currently.
The rage inflames me.
Alright, he's just gonna kill my guy, that's fine. Let's throw down a beetle. Hit him for 2. Next turn is the boar plus the dire frenzy. Or I guess if I really need to, I can dire frenzy this guy, but hopefully not.
The scourge will devour all.
Alright, boar dire frenzy. Kill this guy, leave myself with some board presence. The problem is the Spiteful Summoner coming down this turn, which I don't currently have a great way to deal with.
Pinch of death cup, heel of shoe.
Show me an 8/8. Or, you know, the 12/12 Fairy Dragon. That's good too. So this is only 6. Even if I silence this and kill command it, I still don't kill it. So I guess I'll just kill command the other guy and try to race. Not sure how I win this race, but I'll give it a shot. Maybe next turn is Tol'vir Warden and 2 1-mana 4/4 chargers. Could be good.
The circle of life is over.
So if I don't play Rexar here, I'm taking 15 from Tyrantus Hero Power next turn. I'm dead to 1 damage, which would be Leroy,
I wonder.
but not much else, honestly. Let's try to draw some boars.
Little ones.
That's a high roll. Clearing these is kind of inefficient, though. But if he doesn't have the 1 damage to kill me, I have a lot of stats on the board. No, not my boar. God damn it. Betrayed by my own Stonetusk Boar. I raised you from a little 1/1.
Rexar versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
Let the hunt begin.
If I knew he was Control Mage, I would consider keeping the boar along with the Dire Frenzy. But I think he's just more likely to be Aggro Mage. So honestly, probably shouldn't even keep the Dire Frenzy, but I'm going to anyway.
Hello.
Greetings, traveler.
An incredible discovery.
I don't think Control Mage plays this anymore since Ice Block isn't a thing, right? So that should tell me he's aggro.
We have many secrets.
Do I want to try to coin out a Dire Frenzy here? Dude, let me kill both of his guys. That would be pretty good. Alright. That's fine, I think. Probably just play an Amalgam. Take a nice trade there.
It's time for a little blood.
Wow. Amani Berserker and Mage now. Alright, this is a really good Dire Frenzy, actually. Lines up really nicely into the Amani Berserker. I have a Tol'vir Warden coming down next turn. But I do have 6 total 1-drops in my deck right now, so he's not super reliable. But he's pretty likely to get at least 1. I still can't believe that card sees play. Blows my mind.
Come to me, little ones.
Alright, we hit 1. Nice. Ooh. Alaneth could be trouble, but I do have a lot of health to work with, so maybe it's not too bad. Do I want to Rexar that? Trying to build some lifesteal zombies could be good. I think I just want the board presence right now, though. The AoE from this could be pretty relevant. After they play Aluneth, there tends to be at least one turn where they play a bunch of minions, and it's good against Vex Crow. Although I do have double Unleash, so it's not as important. But I still think I just want to develop onto the board. And I think I'm safe to just play all this garbage. He doesn't have a Spreading Plague or an Unleash the Hounds or anything like that to punish it. Although maybe the Imani Berserker Aggro Mage is playing MC Tech. Wow, sick card.
We will shape this world to our will.
Well, I guess I'm playing Rexar, because I have literally no other play. It does feel nice still being at 33. Okay. Wow, face.
Revel in the power. Come to me, little ones.
Nice, got double 4/6. Kill this guy so he doesn't kill me. Is he actually going to be able to get there? Oh shit. Maybe with a fireball off of a glyph he can.
Revel in the power.
But I'm not dead to Pirate Blast. Let's heal. I think this Life Drinker is probably going to seal it. Seems really hard for him to do 14 this turn. Oh shit, when you give it Life Steal it heals 6. God, that's gross.
An incredible discovery.
We have many secrets.
He's playing all these cards, but I feel like none of them matter. I guess that could be Ice Barrier.
Play with fire, child.
Okay, well, it wasn't Ice Barrier, so he died. If it was Ice Barrier, let's see, I put him to -1, -4, -7, and then he died to Fatigue next turn, so I even beat Ice Barrier there. I actually started out with a pretty reasonable win rate on this deck, somewhere around the mid-40s, but there was so much more aggro on ladder today and my win rate just tanked. In my last 10 games, I won like 1. So I can't say that I would recommend this deck. But I do think I learned a few things. First of all, I think Dire Frenzy is actually surprisingly good. It's not that far off of Blessing of Kings when you just play it on turn 4. And if you draw even one of the copies that you shuffle back into your deck, I think it's worth it in terms of value. And with the Tol'vir Warden, that is pretty likely. I was concerned that I had too many 1-drops for the Tol'vir Warden, but say you only draw one of your 1-drops and then you shuffle 3 more in with a Dire Frenzy, that means that half of your 1-drops are good pulls off of the Tol'vir Warden, and given that you get 2 draws, it's very unlikely that you hit 2 unbuffed ones. So I think it's reasonably consistent. I think double Dire Mold, double Stonetusk Boar is a good 1-drop setup for the Tol'vir Warden Dire Frenzy combo. And Dire Frenzy on the Vicious Scalehide is surprisingly powerful in a lot of matchups. Lifesteal is just a really impressive keyword sometimes. But I'm less impressed with the dragon half of the deck. There's only 5 dragon cards, arguably 7, but the Nightmare Amalgam's pretty good just as a 3-mana 3/4 beast. But yeah, the dragon package is pretty small, and it seems like it didn't really do a whole lot. The Scaleworms are pretty solid, but the Carrion Drake, it did relevant damage to like 2 things across 40 games. And the Emerus, I think I played once in a winning game. It's just a 10 mana 8/8. Too slow, too inconsistent. It's impressive when you buff the boars, but it just doesn't happen often enough. So I think I would probably cut the dragon package, at least these 5. I think the Nightmare Amalgam's okay. But maybe just go for some more consistent early game. Maybe get a couple animal companions in there, a couple candle shots. I think candle shot would be a particularly good addition because I ended up adding some hunter's marks. I figured the hunter's marks were pretty good with the Stonetusk Boars, and I was losing to a lot of Spiteful Summoners in a row, and I was tilted by those Deathwings. Not very good against Tyrantus though, but sometimes you just lose to Tyrantus. But anyway, yeah, let's say we cut the dragons, a couple candle shots, probably a couple animal companions maybe. And I cut one of the trackings to get a hunter's mark in there initially, but maybe you go for the second tracking. Or maybe the tracking is just not a great card, maybe cut those for Razor Maws. Razor Maw's a pretty good card, but I wasn't playing it originally, since Dire Mole is like the only beast I'm ever playing on turn 1. But maybe it's okay. Or if you don't like the Razor Maws, maybe you can play Stitch Trackers. They don't give you buffed up things from Dire Frenzy, it just gives you a copy, so you'll just get a 1/1 boar. But it can help you find Tol'vir Warden. It can help you find like a lifesteal guy if you want. And this current build of the deck doesn't have very many beasts, or doesn't have very many minions at all. So it could be good. Maybe some Stitch Trackers. Or maybe you could just rework the deck even more and go for a Spellstone package. The Emerald Spellstone tends to be one of the best cards in Hunter, so if you can work it into the deck, it's probably a good idea. That would mean you would need 8 deck slots for 2 Spellstones and probably 6 secrets. Could be a little bit difficult to work all that in, but maybe you cut these amalgams, you'd probably have to cut the Stitch Trackers. And then with secrets, you probably don't need Plated Beetles. And then for the last 2 slots, probably cut like some combination of Animal Companions, Kill Commands, and Unleash the Hounds. Then you've got your 2 Spellstones, and then probably 2 Explosive, 2 Freezing, 2 Wandering Monster. That could be a different direction to take the deck. But basically the moral of the story is, Dire Frenzy's not super powerful, but it's pretty cool, and the dragon stuff was kinda garbage.